No reira, tēnei ka huri ki te kai kōrero whai ake nei, who just got a shout out and a mention and an endorsement already. Please welcome from the New Zealand Merino Company, Monica Schwass, on how merino farms are using Eco-Index to help with biodiversity targets. Kia ora, Monica.
Kia ora everyone. Yes, as mentioned, I'm Monica Schwass and I work for the New Zealand Merino Company. I was born and raised in Te Waiponamu and am passionate about supporting our rural communities, farming and biodiversity. So yeah, today I am talking about the work that we're doing at New Zealand Merino to protect and enhance biodiversity on our growers' properties. Is it this? Green, thank you. That one? Oh, the big one, sorry. Cool. Firstly, I thought I would give a quick introduction to New Zealand Merino and the work we do. So as our name suggests, we work with wool growers and take this beautiful natural fibre to the world. But we don't just work with any growers and brands. It is those that are aligned to our way of doing business that is better for people and planet. And we want to support our growers to farm in a way that takes care of their animals and their environment and to ensure that they're being fairly rewarded for the work they do. So we partner with the best growers and the best brands in the world, and we deliver greater value back to our growers so that they can keep doing the good work on the ground. We have over 700 growers that we work with here in Aotearoa, and the majority of these are intergenerational farmers. So they are looking to leave their land in a better state for future generations. We work with over 100 brands, both here in New Zealand as well as overseas, and this ranges from active outdoor brands like Icebreaker and Mons Royale through to high-end fashion brands like Laura Piana, Stella McCartney, as well as innovative brands like Allbirds, the woolen shoes. And we ultimately have two core programs that allow us to position our wool apart from any other wool that is sold. And so the first program is ZQ, which covers, is an on-farm accreditation that covers fibre quality, traceability and animal welfare. And more recently we've launched ZQRX, which is our regenerative wool sourcing program. And so this looks at broader metrics like carbon, biodiversity, soil health, as well as the health of our rural communities. So through the direct relationships we have with growers, we have the ability to have a hugely positive influence. We have over 500 growers committed to the ZQRX program, which covers 2.4 million hectares of land. So you can see the pink shaded in on the map represents where our farmers are, and they're farming 3.7 million sheep. So while carbon was the first metric we looked to quantify and positively influence, we know that here in Aotearoa we have such unique biodiversity that is of equal, if not greater, importance. And so that led us to partner with the Eco-Index. Around 18 months ago, we wanted to understand the biodiversity that exists on our ZQRX properties and the investment required to maintain and improve it. So the first piece of work showed us the opportunity. Of that 2.4 million hectares of land that our ZQRX growers farm, over 40% of this land is covered in native ecosystems. So we are working alongside our growers to protect what already exists, but the next phase for us is to actively start restoring those ecosystems which are underrepresented. Further work with the Eco-Index has supported us to establish a biodiversity strategy focused on how we protect, restore and connect biodiversity across our network of farms here in Aotearoa. And the next most important step for us is how do we drive impact in this space? We need to turn our strategy into action. So as I said, the work with the Eco Index has shown us the areas that exist and that we want to protect, as well as priority areas for restoration. But now we're trying to connect the whole supply chain to work with our brands who are marketing their wool on the basis of biodiversity so that they invest in work on the ground. So just to call out two key brands that have led the way in this space, we have Sheep Inc., who are a UK Jersey brand, and they donate a portion of their revenue every year now to on-farm biodiversity projects. They're funding wetland restoration, native planting, trap lines, and more recently we've had Everlane, a US fashion brand, commit their Black Friday fund to also supporting New Zealand farmers. These are just two examples, but we have several more in the pipeline who are also planning to invest in on-farm biodiversity. So while our wool growers will continue to fund the biodiversity work on farm, we believe it should not be up to them alone. And so it's hugely exciting to start to see greater investment from broader stakeholders into this space.
Tēnā rawa atu koe, Monica. I want you to know someone beside me just went, whoa, well done. Way to smash it in 5 minutes. Thank you for helping us understand more about your partnership with Eco Index and some really exciting things happening as well with your partnerships with companies and the responsibility and investment that they're making on farm as well. Amazing. Okay, you're getting the idea that we've got some pace going on here. We are building on momentum and then throwing things around.